this video, I'm going to go through the steps of how to add other people so that they can also work on your project using Unity version control. It is a little bit of a multi-step process, so I'm going to go through all of it because it can be a little bit confusing. The first thing would be to make sure that everybody else on your team does have an account with Unity version control at cloud.unity.com and you are aware of what their email addresses are. So once you are logged in to cloud.unity.com, we're going to go to projects and we're going to find the project that we were working in. And if you remember, I was working under this one from previous videos, the Polygarden one. And we can double check that by seeing what repositories are there. So I'm going to DevOps, repositories, and we can see I have that UVC demo right there. You can also change projects easily up here if you do need to switch to a different project. So how do we get people on here? We need to add them to our project. And we do that by not clicking on project here, but we actually have to go to projects here. So these are two different areas. So I'm going to click on here and click on the project again so that I can look at the project as an overall, because what I want to find is this area for members. Over here is where I can then add people. So remember, projects, find the project, and then click on members. It can be a little bit tricky to find this. So this is where we can then come over here and click on add members. What you'll need to do is enter their email address. I'm going to enter another one of mine. And we can choose what their role is going to be. So are they going to just be a user, limited access to services, a manager, can manage users, internal project settings, edit access for services, or are they going to own it? Probably they're just going to be users. You're not probably wanting them to change things in project settings and stuff like that. So I'm just going to set it to user and click add to project. This is also a place where I can assign roles to them. We can always do this later, but like, do we want them to be an admin, an asset manager? We're just going to not worry about this. We're going to hit close and you can see the new email here. What's going to happen though is they're going to be sent an email that tells them that they have been, sorry, I'm going to my email for it, invited to this repository. So let me pop this open real quick. It'll be something like this. You've been invited. This is auto-generated. Please don't reply. To join as a user, you don't really have to do anything, but they should get this saying that they've been added to the project. So if I now go over to that one, whoops, try to make this a little bit bigger. This is that other login. So this is like another user. I should be able to then click on my name up here in the upper right. And I can now click on switch organization. So this is mine under this name. This is a different login, but I need to go work under Polygarden because that is where the big project is. So I'm going to switch over to that. And now I have access to stuff related to that. I don't really get, I don't believe, full access yet. I don't think I can sit and grab this yet because you do need to be able to assign seats. So you see how I don't have anything associated with this. I do believe I can look at it though, but I don't think I can add anything to it. The next step, once people can get into your project and see it, is you can give them a seat. So I'm going to go back to the owner. I'm going to go to DevOps. I'm going to go then to, where did it go? So we got a repository. And now we have to go to seats. So this is a cloud seat, not an on-prem seat because we don't have that. But I have 3 available. I have 1 assigned to myself. So I'm going to assign a seat. And I'm going to just click down and I'm going to find that one because that was the other email that I added, and click assign seats. This is now here, and I should be able to have access to things now. So you can unassign seats because remember, you only get 3 seats. So depending on your team size, you're going to need to do that if you aren't trying to purchase seats. But yeah, we can add another person there, and then they should have access now to your projects. The last thing I do want to show is how would you now pull this project from the version control? Like, how is this person going to grab that? So back in the Unity Hub, I signed in as that person, the new account, because this would be like your other person signed in. And this also goes for anybody else. If you do need to pull a project from here, how do you get it onto the computer? I'm just going to go to add project from repository, and then I can find it. So the organization is Polygarden because it's not mine, and the project is that one. And then we can see it is the UVC demo. I can't download it because it's already downloaded technically on this computer, but you would just click it and then hit next and download. And that would be how you would do it through the Unity Hub. You can also do it through the standalone. In the Unity DevOps standalone app, all you would do is log in. Make sure that, you know, it's the account you're trying to, you signed into it with. I did have to switch to the new email address. This is then the organization. And then you would choose what project. So I do want to do the Unity version control one. It is already installed, so it's probably not going to let me. But what you would do is you would select it and hit the download repository. It would then ask you, where do you want to download it from? So do you want to download, you know, where do you want to place it on your drive? And so that would then download and install on your computer. And then you would just go to the Unity Hub and add it with a non-repository because it'd be on disk then, and then you'd be good to go. I do prefer to use this to grab stuff off of the cloud. I feel that it gives me a little bit more control, and then I know I am grabbing the correct thing. So it's a really helpful thing. I think more people should explore using version control. The more you work with it, the easier it gets. So hopefully you found these fun and enlightening, and have a good rest of your day.